Hello, friends. Molly Pompadith here, CEO of the SOAR Community Network and co-founder of the SOAR Community Nebula. We are interviewing 1,000 change agents and community builders this year. At least that's the goal. And we are going to be highlighting some incredible souls who are out there every day fighting the good fight, doing good, being good, trying their very best in our human existence to contribute to society in a meaningful way. And today we are interviewing my dear friend Gigi McMillan, and I am so delighted to introduce her to the world. She has a heart of gold. She's been through a lot, and she is a total fighter and warrior, and I really want to share her with the world. So Gigi, welcome.
Thank you so much, Molly.
You're absolutely welcome. So Gigi, can you please share with our viewers who you are and what you do in the world, at least professionally? Let's start there.
Well, professionally, I am definitely a change maker for those who are survivors, thrivers, and conquerors while they're standing in the gap for those who are still in the struggle with Purple Runway. I am a surviving thriver, and I understand that sisterhood, community, understanding mental health and wellness are all a part of the recovery. And so we're building that community in order to uplift those who are just ready to live a happy and healthy life.
So tell me more about the Purple Runway, because in essence, that is how you're using your gifts, your life experiences and life lessons to support a community, to help yourself heal and grow and expand. So, that is your cause that you care about. So let's talk now about what is Purple Runway. What was the inspiration behind it, and where do you see it going?
Well, thank you. Purple Runway's inspiration was my need to be free and my need to feel like that I was contributing to the world in a meaningful way 4 years ago. I'm super excited that we're celebrating our 5th anniversary this year. And we provide a platform for people to come out, enjoy one another on the behalf of surviving domestic violence, trauma, emotional abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, financial abuse, all of those disparities that at some point we all have experienced, and it's all through intimate partnerships. And we knew that if there wasn't a space for us to say, you know what, I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm celebrating me, I'm going to celebrate you. And when those thoughts and those feelings come together, who do I go to keep me on the right track and keep me positive and focused if they don't understand my story? So it was from there that being a personal stylist and image consultant and loving visual beauty of and artistry of design and architecture, I had the ability to have people show up to who they wanted to be, but they weren't showing up who they really needed to be for themselves. So with Kamisol Style Consultancy, we are a socially conscious, visual, strategic branding company. And we work with other organizations and companies who believe in the mission of giving back to the community, but also having fun while you're doing it. And taking Purple Runway and Kamisol, it was my healing source for me to be able to make something beautiful out of something that was so tragic.
Very powerful. Thank you, Gigi, for sharing that.
Thank you.
Can you tell us about a life experience or moments in your life where you have been transformed, profoundly moved, perspective shifted and changed forever? Or was there somebody that really stands out in your life that touched you in some way and showed love and compassion?
Oh, well, the transformation for me um, was understanding. It was like a literal light bulb came on in my insides that said, you deserve more. And that it didn't happen the first time, it didn't happen the second time, it didn't happen, but it happened after the third time that the light bulb went on for me that I deserved more. And from there, it was a search and find kind of journey that's lasted for years. And I had to find the way and have the resolve to walk that journey without breaking. But I was bruised throughout it, but I feel like I walked and I didn't break. And I'm still on that journey. I will always be on the journey. And it's people like you, Mali, that have inspired me along the way. Knowing you for so many years at this point, and everything that we've done together, we've shared together, the conversations that you've had with me. And it's just been a joy just seeing you there for my journey. So I guess that's an answer to both questions. But thank you so much.
You're gonna get me all emotional. I loved watching you. I met you at a very vulnerable time in your life and wanting to launch and do this, and didn't really trust in the beginning that it was going to work,
Right.
right? But you had an inner knowing that it would work. It was just the human part of you had to get beyond, right? Your own pain and trauma, and being a survivor and now a thriver after domestic violence and now supporting other people. So, you know, I was glad to be there to support in whatever way that you saw the support coming to you, but really you did the work, right? You did the work. So I'm just proud of you. I'm just very, very proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. But as a sister, you give me strength, you know? So when I look out on the horizon and you get those days that, you know, like, you know, I'm done. I want to quit. I'm done. You look out on the horizon and you say, you know what? Let me talk to my friend here. Let her know what I'm feeling and what I'm going through. And sometimes you know what they're going to say. A lot of times you know what they're going to say, but you just want to hear them say it. Keep going.
Yes.
Keep going. And so, again, I thank you.
I'll keep going, honey. When you think of a community builder and a champion for goodness and for change, what characteristics, attributes come to mind?
Someone that's coming from a place of gratitude, heart-centered, boundary, a level of discernment in such a way that they've gone through struggles and they've overcome them and they keep going. I can go on and on, but yeah.
We talked already about your work and the causes that you support. Are there any other causes you would like to spotlight or feature that you've really supported through the years and want people to know about?
Yeah, I mean, I have worked with countless. I would definitely say Nebula, just knowing you first and seeing the journey of what you are building and how you have embraced so many and you've led so many. I think that it's an example of working with you all of these years and being able to see it happen and being a part of it and being a supporter of it. Yeah, I mean, I can think of a lot, but when I have one of the best that I've known for a while sitting right here, I mean, love, you know?
But I start to think that I'm like planted this or that I'm paying to say this.
No. You
Thank
know,
you so much, honey.
oh
I
my
really
goodness.
appreciate
You know, Molly, this is I love you. We are
it.
having a good time and a great conversation here. So no,
Thank you. I love you
not
too.
prep me for this part at all.
I love you too. So now let's talk about your feel good quote or philosophy or motto. So when things are rough or tough and you have some down days like we all do, or maybe even phases in our lives when we've, been down, can you think of a quote or a philosophy that really keeps you going, keeps you pushing through, and empowers you to, get up every day?
Yeah. Well, I actually have two, depending on the day.
Okay.
um, One is when the day I woke up and I drove to work, I had a feeling that this was going to be my last day at this job. And I actually called my husband. He was in a meeting. He called me back and I said, honey, I cannot do this anymore. And in the end of the conversation, I said, and he said, we'll figure it out. And I said, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And 2 weeks later, May 12th of 2012 was my last day with my last employer. But then on the journey, another one speaks to me very, very much. And it's called, you have to remember to allow the fire to burn inside of you more powerfully than the fire around you.
Mm.
And just be. And just be. And it's been a journey. It hasn't, oh my gosh, the stories, that's a whole nother segment. But it's every piece and part of it has been so worth it. So worth it.
Well, I've witnessed from near and from afar your transformation, and also the times when you've called and nose flat on the ground, right?
Yes.
It's been worth it to see you where you are today versus years ago when we first met. The energy, the vibration, the level of honesty and transparency, no more hiding. It's been wonderful to watch, and I know it's been painful to live through, but also something worth celebrating.
And you know what, and that's again, that's why you're so important, because you don't get very many people, especially when you don't know who you are and the direction that you're going, that you can feel vulnerable enough, especially when you're just starting your own journey, to reach out and say, I'm feeling this way, and feel very secure in the fact that I know whatever I was feeling when I was down, again, it was hard to pick myself up off the floor at times. And I've talked to you. It was worth it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Woo, spear fingers.
I love that you are moving forward.
Thank you.
And continuing to ask for help,
Yes.
build your community,
Yes.
continuing to be vulnerable so people know what it is that you desire. And by doing that, we teach other people that it's okay, right? To ask for help, to not be perfect, to even be like completely broken at times, and in the process of putting those pieces back together. It's human. It's reality. And this is the beauty of why we want to have these interviews be so organic, not having to worry about like today whether the lighting is right or the microphone is working 100%, but to have real conversations. So thanks for sharing and being so vulnerable today. Gigi, one last question.
Easy again.
Yes? What was that?
Thank you for making it easy again.
Oh, you're very welcome, honey. One last question. This was not sent in advance. Okay. When you imagine a better world, what might that look like through your eyes?
Love, more understanding, more acceptance of different opinions, valuable conversations. Perfect. Transparency.
Awesome.
At your pace.
At your pace. I love that.
At your pace. Because what someone else has and can do, you cannot allow those things to interrupt your journey or speed it up. But when you're ready, wow.
Miss Gigi, how can people learn more about you and connect with you?
You can find me at Gigi McMillan on Instagram, on Facebook, and also Purple Runway on both platforms, and at Kamisol Style on Instagram and Facebook. Give me a call. Let's talk. And I look forward to seeing you really soon.
Thank you so much, Gigi. Thanks everyone for tuning in to another interview of an awesome community builder who is living and breathing what it means to transform your life. So thank you, Gigi. And for those that are interested, if you would like to nominate a community builder or a change agent to be interviewed, please let us know, reach out to us. And if you would like to become a member inside our Nebula platform, please go to nebula.soar, S-O-A-R, communitynetwork.com. That's nebula.soarcommunitynetwork.com. We appreciate you for tuning in, and we will see you very soon. Thank you, Ms. Gigi.
Thank you.